Greetings and welcome to Dodger and Die presents The Titans Gift Season 3 Episode 1. I am your DM and host Marty, joined by 3/4 of the Seattle crew. Let me touch up your mics, and by touch up I mean turn on. There we go, we can hear your lovely voices. How is everyone doing on this fine Tuesday?
Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Matt and I were commiserating right before game that, yeah, everything's just kind of like a boring slog at this point.
Yeah, that's about right. It is quite a boring slog at this point.
I feel myself less enthused by video games and less enthused by just TV and media in general. So, Yep, starting to get there. Wither Gang, thanks for the sub, man. Good to see you here. Thanks for your support.
What's up, Wither?
My wife and I have been playing Immortals Phoenix Rising. We just finished the core game, and we're going to be picking up the DLC here this week. It's pretty fun. Continuing on our Greek mythology kick.
Yeah? Is the Titan's Gift inspiring you?
Something like that. I mean, I played Hades before that. We're on Phoenix Rising. Watched Blood of Zeus a little while ago. There's a lot of
good.
There's a lot of good stuff. And that was the guy who did Community. He just got approved for
Dan Harmon, yeah.
Dan Harmon, yeah, he just got approved for a Greek-themed show too.
Interesting that you chose Community and not Rick and Morty, but
I don't get Rick and Morty. I'll be perfectly honest.
I fucking love Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty's amazing.
It's cartoons. It's just cartoons.
Yeah.
It's just Dan Harmon made cartoons for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched Community. I not really. That's not to say that I dislike. Like, it's not like Family Guy where like I actively dislike it. I don't know. I've tried to pick it up a couple times and I just didn't feel it.
Yeah.
For me, it's just the meta commentary on the pointlessness of things that I find strangely appealing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Community, though, was 3 seasons of great television, for sure.
6 seasons in a movie, Matt. We're still waiting for that movie.
They're padding the stats on a couple of those seasons.
It has some great Christmas episodes. That one Claymation Christmas.
I love that show.
Oh, wow.
Troy and Abed are
Yes.
I mean, that's goals right there.
Yeah, that was really what made it. Troy and Abed in the morning.
All right.
One of my favorite lines from that whole series was after Pierce died, and they did Troy and Abed are in mourning.
I liked how odd Pierce was against, everyone else in the show, and apparently that also carried on outside of the show as well. It just
Hey,
Chevy
Marty.
Chase is sort of a.
I don't know if you saw the stream, but I guess the grid for me and for Neil are both black squares.
Oh, I think that's because you joined late. Give me a second.
What am I?
Might not be.
There we go.
Might not
There's
be
a
up.
max. And Neil is on purpose because
Yeah.
Neil is not here.
No Modron? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, Modron's there.
Or Modron.
I think I had you up when you were on your phone, but.
Oh, got it. My bad.
Okay, why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Unless there's any other updates you want to give.
No. Nothing good, dude. Just
Nothing.
fucking watching Breaking Bad 10 years too late and replaying Pillars of Eternity. Fucking.
Let the escapism begin. All right. Last game was the downtime game between the two chapters. We'll make it officially part of Chapter 2. It was called The Flower of Autumn. The Jerks Emeritus retreat to the Villa Malavella after their victory at the hospice. There, they spend the majority of the autumn season resting, crafting, and scribing scrolls. Pharisee merges her familiar pixel with the Emperor Nectarine tree, creating a unique Leshy. Zephyros visits the Arcanacrum, becoming a guild wizard and gaining access to the powerful Spellcrux. The professor pays a visit to his family's library and learns to speak Titan. Thurgus is divinely inspired to crusade on behalf of all the inheritor peoples. Buchrabech is invited back into the folds of his church and receives special training. As the autumn season ends, the party receives word from Buchrabech that the Orisini Academy has burned to the ground and its master has gone missing. I believe he sent that with sending. Buchrabech still hasn't stepped a foot inside of Villa Malavella, as he has spent time at his church and in the city doing commerce on your behalf. Given that sending spells can only send about 25 words, he asked you to meet outside of, let's say, the alley across the street from Iron Pine, which is where you've been meeting him with your teleports, for further news. I think he interrupted some things, though. Thurgus, Zephyros let you know that Buchrabech wants to meet tomorrow, but like within 20 minutes, all the wizards are back in their little corners doing their wizardy things.
Oh my god! You guys, you got the message. We're gonna fucking kill something. It's been like 3 months.
Yeah, Christopher.
Now's the time.
Thurgus, you have to go looking for them. Villa Malavella is a big place full of stuff.
You guys! I'm telling you right now! It's go time!
So Thurgus...
I just yell louder.
Yeah, you wander through the guest hall, which is right outside the room that you've picked up, and you can see out the windows in the door, you can see the new leshy form of Pixel kind of like learning how to fly and glide upon the wind, and you catch a glimpse of Pharisee watching her from her bedroom window.
Pharisee, Flower Child, it's go time, we gotta go.
Autumn cannot last forever, I'm afraid. So it ends.
It was a good vacation.
Leave off the winter for a couple more weeks, can't we? With blood.
Yes! That! March off.
Yep. Pixel's become a less graceful and slightly more chaotic flyer. Like, she seems to be more at the behest of the wind. She does manage to glide into Pharisee's bedroom window, but you're wondering why she made that transformation. Thurgus, you collect up Pharisee and begin to go hunt for the other wizards. Marching up the stairs, what do they hear coming from the professor's occult parlor?
Probably me arguing with the hand, maybe some slapping sounds as it gesticulates wildly, or maybe like tries to forcibly make its point with my face.
Okay. Are you building a circle? Is that what you told me offline?
Yeah, so if it's the day the professor's attempting his lesser planar binding experiment, he'll spend most of the day drawing a magic circle of protection against evil. He's going to employ a calling diagram on it to make it more secure, and he's going to spend, like 3+ hours, 3.5 hours doing this so he can take the 20 and do it right.
So you've got this gigantic circle that you're working on off to the side of the occult parlor. Professor, you noticed something about the crawling claw.
Oh, yeah, I noticed it over there. For the first time, it's crossed my mind since after leaving the Arcanacrum that the crawling claw ran off to do some sort of business.
Yep.
What were you doing in that Arcanacrum, Icky Maester?
The crawling claw just sits there and it drums its fingers, like waiting for you to do something. It's waiting for you to notice.
I will take off my goggles of night vision, like pop them off of my eyes. I assume there's some socket holes from it, and I will lift up my monocle of Identify and look at the ring on the finger of the crawling hand.
Oh, look at lucky guess. All right, Icky Macer's ruby ring now has 2 out of the 3 gemstones.
Yes.
Perfect.
And the secondary power of the ring is resistance.
Ooh.
Every 4 levels, the familiar gains 1 resistance bonus to its saving throws.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna add a second gemstone onto this thing. And then I'm gonna add a power, and you said resistance. What was the second power there? Sorry, I missed that.
The power is resistance. So it should be deflection +2 and resistance +2, I think, at this point.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how it's got magic on its saving throws, but those ones should be 2s.
Oh, is that what the resistance is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool.
All right, Thurgus, Pharisee, when you walk into the professor's room, it looks like he's down on one knee and holding his familiar's hand.
Hey, Professor, quit playing with your hand or whatever. We gotta go. It's time to go fuck some dudes up.
Hold on, we're having a conversation.
No, I've been holding on for fucking weeks. Get your shit together. We're leaving.
Oh my. What was that?
I said, get your shit together. We're leaving.
Where are we going?
This is my time.
All right, all right. Just
Inquisition has begun.
It's time for the Inquisition.
where? All right, we will be back for supper.
Yeah, I can't promise that. I can only promise glory.
Oh, glory.
So I make rings for you, but you don't make anything nice for me.
I'll tell you what. It's the first person I kill. I will make it in your honor.
Oh. I guess.
Trust me, it'll be pretty.
All right.
Besides, what you need? You're like a little gummy bear.
What's your tune with me? The crawling claw crawls up into its little pocket in your belly button, Professor. It does point at the circle, though. You were just about ready to cast a spell, and you had finished the binding circle.
Do we have an hour to spare before we leave? I'm kind of in the middle of something. It will
Oh my god.
quite interesting, I promise you. I've been planning it for quite some time. Really, you're going to love it. I'll start hustling Thurgus into the room, just like trying to pull on his arm. I mean, he's a giant bear, so he has to go, like willingly.
We've got time. Thurgus can leave right away. But since he can't teleport, we'll just catch up with him.
Yes, that's right.
God fucking damn it.
Come in.
Or
Now.
you can wait an hour.
Really, this would be most enlightening. Come in, come now.
I swear to fucking God.
Zephyros, you may want to see this as well.
Zephyros comes wandering through the back area as he shows the statues the symbol, and I'm a bit busy right now.
It will only take an hour. You need not contribute, just observe. If you would all make yourselves comfortable around this back wall, please.
No, thank you. He glances at what you're doing, and he returns to stuff that he's doing.
As you were.
Wait, was that an option?
No, sit down.
Oh, what's going on in here?
Come on in, Buchrabech. Make a seat. I will ask all of you be quiet.
Did you say make a seat?
Yes, perhaps, maybe.
A seat's kind of like a container for a person.
Yes, for one's posterior, more appropriately. But please sit
Okay.
down. You're all very distracting right now.
I'll make a seat for you, Professor. For keeping.
Yes, for keeping.
Makarna makes seats that are more like buckets.
I would have thought it would be a beanbag.
Yeah, they're really confining. They're kind of sideways, elongated buckets. Oh, I gotta get the hang of this. It's a little bit echoey when he talks in his seat bucket form.
Yes, well, yes, please. Now, to begin, we should be.
It's a pretty circle, says Pixel.
Do not touch it. Who are you?
What do you think? Some summoning?
I don't know, but it's silvery. She goes over and sits down.
I'll turn as she goes. Pixel, is that you?
Yeah?
Pixel, the flower of autumn. Yes.
Yes, you have blossomed into quite the young lady face.
Do you like my petals? She says, her voice is much different.
They are fetching, no doubt. Quite an interesting shade.
The petals will die someday.
Yes,
I'm gonna die if we don't get the fuck out of this house.
Oh.
There's a chair being pulled up. You can tell it's Christopher, and he climbs up onto the chair, sits down.
To begin, let us all facilitate communication a little more expeditiously, shall we? I will cast, where is it? Telepathic Bond. And we will get for 10 minutes per level, and we are level 10, so 100 minutes should be good. Me plus one willing creature per 3 levels, so 1 plus 3, 4 creatures in this thing. So we'll get Thurgus, Pharisee, Icky Maester's Hand, and we'll do Mockernam, maybe? Or, I guess, Pixel or Mockernam or Christopher. Anybody have a strong
It's you plus 3, right? Because you're only level 10.
Me plus one willing creature per 3 levels. Oh, yeah, it is only plus 3. So, my hand, Thurgus, and Pharisee. Easy choice.
I would say my vote would actually be Pixel over the hand, because you have an empathic link with the hand, right? And Pixel does a lot of scouting.
It is it's just it's just emotions. I want to be able to speak to it in the power of thought, because it's going to control a complicated illusion for me.
All right, fair enough.
Yes, all good points, all good points. I like your inquisitive spirit, Thurgus. Yes, now please.
All right.
Oh my god.
This very long meeting in your mind, Thurgus, is now being exacerbated by the fact that you're now thinking at a very fast rate in each other's minds. You immediately pick up that Thurgus is annoyed.
Thurgus takes a while to close off his thoughts, and all you hear is, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. No one would know. I know where his room is.
Anyway,
It could be a sacrifice.
Thurgus, please keep your voice down.
Oh, what?
Anyway.
Did you guys hear that?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I will also then cast Major Image. I'll pour 2 or 3 arcane points into it to increase the DC by 2. And I will do we're going to create a cube around this sphere, or this circle here. We're going to create, it's going to be just like a white, very basic looking wall that will glow softly and will create a rattling, humming sound. In our words, would be something like an air conditioner sound. It will be just machine background noise in this cube. If you are hearing a sound, does that count as interacting with an illusion?
I think so.
Okay, then the floor will also be the white color, since you'll get an interaction with this.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're trying to picture here is, in this room you have just the most basic, cheap office room possible. The glow of fluorescent lighting in here, the hum of machinery. And I will hand control of this illusion over to the crawling hand. The DC should be 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 28.
Okay, the crawling hand didn't like Thurgus's threats, so it climbs up onto a bookshelf at the far end of the room and is controlling it from up there.
It actually has to stay within 5 feet of me, or that power stops working.
All right, it will crawl there.
Okay. Yes, I would encourage you, all of you, come forward and interact until you disbelieve this. We are seeing, but be careful, don't muss the circle. This is our test chamber. Now, as you were... And I will...
The very interesting thing that you just learned with telepathic bond is that you were able to communicate that it was an illusion directly into their minds while you were casting the spell.
Yes, I was hoping for this.
Very nice.
Everyone can get a +4. Given this is a non-combat situation, everyone basically is able to see through the illusion eventually.
Okay, so once the illusion is up and the magic circle is completed, I will prepare to cast planar binding, and then immediately afterwards I'm going to cast dimensional anchor. So I am going to begin to do that. And now keep in mind, I've never done anything of this sort, so this will be a learning experience for all of us. Are we ready?
And
yes.
And the diagram was a magic circle?
Yeah, it's going to be a magic circle of protection against evil. I'll use a calling diagram, which should help me with keeping this thing, contained here. Bound. Let's see.
Okay, give me your spellcraft check on drawing the circle.
Okay, spellcraft check is...
If you devoted 3 hours, you could take 20 on the check.
Yes, I will take the 20. I'm going to take my full time on this.
Okay, all right. So you create the binding circle. Got it.
42 would be the roll there.
All right. A 3-foot diameter circle of powdered silver. I'm going to say subtract 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
Of spell components.
Yep.
All right. What are you doing with this? And is this planar binding or lesser planar binding?
This is lesser planar binding. We are going,
which is still a 5th circle spell. Are you working into it in a specific individual's name, or are you just trying to summon a generic creature?
Yeah, I'm trying to just summon a generic creature, just something. It has to be evil because I have the circle of protection against evil. And the professor, he had already learned this spell, found the scroll, so he's kind of bound into summoning something evil here. I think we're going to call that one Wizard Sunk Costs. And then I guess a tiefling. It's like, or something towards the bottom of the list, something evil.
Are you leaning towards lawful or chaotic evil?
Probably more neutral.
First give me a knowledge planes.
All right, knowledge planes. 18. Wow, 1 on the die. 19.
19. Well, you know that wizards often will summon imps or quasits as like advanced familiars. They're pretty weak, but they're at least intelligent and could make good servants.
I got a hero point for a reroll there.
Sure.
Let's see if we can learn some more about these planes here. 34.
All right. You have full knowledge of the entire list that is listed.
Mm-hmm.
Although you know that the further up you get, the more you would want a true name of the creature, because you can exert more control over the creature in that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm gonna go.
An imp or a quasit would be manageable and considerably low level if anything bad happened. They can also speak, which is good.
Yeah, let's go quasit. Let's do the
Okay,
quasit.
sure. All right, go to Villa Malvella. Find. All right, so you spend, I think, 10 minutes casting the binding spell, which summons forth a small impish-looking creature that sort of oozes and bubbles.
As soon as it's here, I'm gonna hit it with a dimensional anchor.
Okay. Yeah, you see it oozing and bubbling, and you cast Dimensional Anchor. It's just little. It's about the size of your hand.
I'm gonna spend an additional 3 points of my arcane pool, and I am going to hit it with a maxed out audio visual hallucination.
What the hell is that thing?
Please be quiet, Thurgus, I will say in my mind. Just one moment, and then we can ask mental questions, not out loud, of course.
All right, and then this thing needs to... What happens if it doesn't have SR?
It looks like a chicken fetus.
Oh, yes,
The creature can escape from the trap by pitting its SR against your caster level check. Oh, it needs to make a will save. What was the DC of the spell?
Oh, the DC of the illusion was... I had
No. Of the binding spell.
Oh, the lesser planar binding.
Yep.
Good question. I've never done this one.
Excuse me, sorry.
Will negates. So it's a 5th circle wizard spell for me. It should be 26.
Okay, so yeah, this little oozy bubble appears. You blast it with a dimensional anchor spell. It's now glowing green. It looks up at everything.
No! No! You've summoned me to the drudgery of hell! No! The paperwork! The paperwork!
Recognizing the office hellish wasteland.
Spitnik does not like paperwork!
I'll slam it with a dimensional or an audiovisual hallucination DC 24 plus 2, 26 plus 2, 28, 29. DC 29 audiovisual hallucination.
All right, and what's the hallucination?
Oh, it is going to be... it's going to be like someone is going to be standing, or if I can, sitting in front of them in a chair with like a clipboard. They're going to be some very respectable looking planar race. Some neutral arbiter, maybe. I can make it be something I don't know, but it knows. Probably like a demon it respects and fears because of its knowledge of Hell's paperwork system, maybe? The TPS reports demon, if you will.
Sounds more devil than demon.
Like a chain devil or something?
Devil in a suit and tie.
What's the DC?
I had that written down. Where did my piece of paper go? Sorry, I am all over the place with my notes here. The DC on the audiovisual hallucination was 29.
Okay, and it's a paperwork devil that's talking to it.
Yes, and I will open up now my mind's communication and control to sort of the team. I'll open up with like, good evening. Sorry for your time, but you have been summoned to the Interplanar Census Department. We ask for your cooperation while answering a few basic questions about your existence.
No!
Yes, unfortunately, yes. Please do keep it down.
Why?
For the census, of course. Now, first question. Please describe your existence as an imp. I'll sort of like preface this first question and then sort of like open up my mind for other people in my head to take control of the illusion if I can, or at least dictate questions and I funnel them through the illusion, just to let everybody in on the science here.
Ask him if he can kill himself.
If I answer your questions, will you let me go?
Yes, just an hour of your time, if you promise.
Yeah, it's making a big fit about it, but give me a charisma check opposed by its charisma check. I'm going to give you've presented something that it absolutely hates, and it's very convincing, so I'm going to give you a +4 to your charisma check.
Ooh. All right. Dirty 20.
Wow. 18.
1 hour of questions. I will answer for you. I will make contact with the Great Abyss. You will have 6 special questions.
Yes, I will be asking the questions and dictating the terms.
No,
But thank
six,
you for your
six
cooperation.
special questions where I will ask the Abyss for you.
Oh, yes, well...
You want to give me a knowledge planes?
Knowledge planes, I think that was 18. 38?
This creature is capable of communing with the Abyss, as per the commune spell.
Please hold for a moment. And the, devil's eyes will, do that thing where they flit into the top of their skull as it sort of loads as we have a quick conversation. Do we have any questions for the Abyss here?
Can the Abyss tell us the best way to kill alchemists?
Let's find out. Yes, Demon, please. What is your most effective way at dispatching alchemists?
Alchemist? You want me to ask the Abyss, or are you asking me, Spitnik?
First, tell us your personal thoughts, and then consult the Abyss. It is important to have both datasets.
Okay. Alchemists. Alchemists like potions. So you take a potion that has the label on it, and you change the label with the other labels, and when you drink the potion, the head explodes.
Oh, you guys, this thing's a genius.
Acceptable answer.
Or, when he's sleeping, you take the potion and pour it in his mouth. Except the potion is a fire. And then his head burns.
Ooh.
Or, you find poison and you switch it with his healing potion. That's a good one.
I believe that was the same for your first answer, but also acceptable. Now, if you would consult the Abyss for us.
Okay. You want me to ask Abyss yes or no question?
Yes or no? Just one moment. It seems it has to be yes or no. Anyone have anything more targeted?
The Abyss says it likes killing alchemists.
Ask him if my baby rocket is in the tower with the alchemists.
Oh, an excellent yes or no.
Wait a minute. That felt weird. Where am I? Did you take me from the Abyss? No.
Yeah.
No. This place is wrong. This place is going to keep me here.
Please do not object to our question.
No. I can't
Yeah.
go there.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be a devil. Yes. Yes, please do suffer. It makes the interview process much more enjoyable.
Oh, no. Yeah.
When you're
You brought me to prison.
when you're done screaming,
Spitnik never get back.
Has anyone ever escaped the prison?
Is that the next question?
yes.
Spitnik wants to believe that people escape prison. Yeah, we need to get out of here. Do you want me to ask the Abyss?
Yes, please.
Okay. Great and mighty Abyss, do people escape prison? Has anyone ever escaped? Yes.
Excellent.
This.
And so,
Yes.
Ooh, I have one.
Ask him about the blanket. Ask him about the blanket.
Yes. There was a particular item taken from one Ursine specimen harvested by the alchemists of
What?
stations.
No more questions about alchemists.
Yes, please do pay attention. We will need you to ask this of the Abyss.
What do you want me to ask?
There was a blanket object taken from an Ursine specimen harvested in the Beastlands by alchemists from the station Pearl. Are you following?
Okay, I ask. Yes, what about blanket?
Do they still have it in the alchemist's tower?
Great Abyss, where is blanket? In tower, yes, no?
This is such an epic waste of a commune.
I don't think the Abyss cares about your stupid blanket. I don't know.
He starts wandering around his little cage.
I wonder, has Baba Yaga killed any of his demon lords?
Please feel free to ask away.
He's like now scratching up against the end of the barrier, like he found the barrier by hitting his head against it. He's
Has the Archfey Baba Yaga killed any of your demon lords?
Baba Yaga, you say? Oh, you fear Baba Yaga, do you?
We at the planar census do not fear anyone. We are merely gatherers of information. Please do go on. She is a most interesting subject of socioplanar economics.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Most wise.
Uh-huh.
Now, has she ever killed a, what was it? Checking clipboard. Pharisee, what was it again?
I don't know.
Many gods have fallen.
I don't think I've ever met her before.
Please do ask the Abyss for us.
Has she ever killed a demon lord? Probably not, but I will ask. Oh, great Abyss, has Baba Yaga ever killed demon lord?
He falls over and
It does not like it. It does not like the question. Yes, stop it.
Oh, most interesting. Please do continue to suffer in pain while the Lord answers.
You made me ask my question.
Yes, we will ask many more if they will.
No. We asked one about the alchemist and two about the what was
The
it?
blanket.
Who cares about blanket? Yes, and 3 Baba Yaga and 4 about prison. Not in that order though. But I'm not a clerk.
2 more questions.
One more question.
One more. Is the capital THE necromancer by the name of Chalmers still alive?
I don't know.
Please do consult with the Abyss.
Okay. Is Chalmers necromancer still alive? Great Abyss, tell me. No, but yes.
Undead.
A very fascinating answer. Thank you for answering these 6 planar questions. For the remainder 50 minutes of your stay here, please enjoy this lovely hold music. I will.
Isn't that true?
how many questions has it been actually?
It's been 5 at least.
One was about the alchemist. The other one was about the prison. The other one was about the blanket. Baba Yaga, and
The necromancer.
necromancer.
Oh, you can count!
What was this question?
Is the prison in the Abyss?
I know the answer to this. I do not have to ask the Abyss. But I will ask the Abyss anyways. And it will tell you... No. No.
Good to know.
Prison not in the Abyss.
It is rather unfortunate that asking the Abyss that question did not elicit a response of physical pain.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see if
Now let me out of this.
After all.
Let me out.
Yes, you're the remaining of your 60 minutes. We have at current count
been
39 minutes. Please enjoy this hold music while we process the rest of your paper. So I will let go of the audio-visual hallucination, but that crawling hand will continue to play the room, and its vibrations will sort of hum in a hold music-like manner. I don't know if a major illusion can make music. It seems almost like speech, but
Okay, the quasit does blast off a cause fear spell in a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, seems fair.
okay.
it does take. It looks like Thurgus and Henry, the crawling hands immune. The DC is 11.
Is this a will save?
It is a will save, yeah.
26.
Yeah, I think you're also 6 or hit dice, 6 or more hit dice. So you're both also immune to this. So it you know, if for a brief moment there was, it looked really creepy.
I got a 23.
Yeah, you both made it. Plus you have enough hit dice to be immune.
So while it's like going, like being tortured by the hold music or whatever, I'm gonna attempt the last bit of the experiment before I like shut this whole thing down and dismiss it. The last bit of the experiment, I am going to reach out my hand that is bound with my grandfather's ring that sort of shares a connection to the pact I made with the house, and I'm going to reach out to this creature. And I'm going to try and offer it to the ring, and I am going to be ready. I'm going to cast a phantasmal killer to kill this thing, to try and offer its soul to the ring, to see if I can charge the like Chalmers necromantic bond using creatures I call from other planes. Can I call an evil creature in and then sacrifice it to feed its soul to one of these blood packs I'm mixed up.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna see if it goes for it.
Okay. So first is your so you extend your bony hand towards the creature that's just like it hates the elevator music, and you're gonna try to snuff its life force out. All right. So you cast Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah, we'll throw the 3 extra points in to increase the DC by 2.
All right. You're taking off your powers for the day, right?
Yes.
So first thing, it's a will save. It fails, and then it's a fort save. It rolls a nat 20 on the fort save.
Does that auto succeed?
Yeah. It does take damage from the spell, though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it again.
Okay, roll the damage first.
Yeah, it's like some kind of D6 damage here. Let me just double check here. 3d6 points of damage. Whoa, Professor doing damage. 11.
Okay. I think at this point in time, the magic circle's broken.
Is it broken by me casting into it?
You just damaged the creature that was being bound. Give me a second.
Oh, does that break it? Interesting.
Let me look at magic circle, and then I have to look at probably protection from evil.
We'll play a little bit of hold music here while we read. A little bit of elevator tunes.
While it can attack out with range spells, can you
Yes.
attack in? Creature is immediately released if anything disturbs the diagram.
But it can't disturb the diagram, and I'm just gonna mess with its mind.
All right. It instead turns invisible when it got attacked,
I will.
and it's flapping around somewhere in the circle.
Yeah, I will do see invisibility and then try and pop it again. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'll do see invisibility and then try and hit it again with a phantasmal killer, all juiced up. I'll throw 3 more points in. and I will try and feed it to the ring. Give me your soul, creature. Come on, you're not doing anything useful with it.
All right, and you cast the invisibility.
Yes.
All right, you notice that it is healing a little bit on its own. It has fast healing, so by the time you cast your spell, it's got 9 damage instead of 11.
Okay.
And it's flopping around. It's agitated. It's remaining invisible, and then it makes its will save against the phantasmal killer,
Mhm.
and then
It made.
and then the fort save. It fails. It falls to the ground.
I'm reaching out through that ring. Is it gonna work?
I have to check one thing. Yes, you are able to absorb the quasit's soul into the ring.
That may not be the biggest waste of a lesser planar binding ever, Max.
You have you should mark down, you have a 3 hit die chaotic evil quasit in the ring.
Well, that is most interesting. I suppose we won't have to waste any other more palatable souls on powering any sort of interplanar packs. Yes, well, I hope you all have enjoyed this experiment. This has been a Chalmers and Icky Meister production. Thank you.
Can we go now?
Lightning.
All right, add to your list of evil spells cast a 5th level lesser planar binding spell, and then a 5th level commune.
Okay.
And then you then also stole the soul of a creature, and it was three hit dice. So
Stole 3.
you can just keep track of the number of hit dice of souls you've tampered with.
Souls tampered with. 3 hit dice.
Planar binding's evil when you summon evil things. Yes.
I mean, that's the whole point of doing the experiment. That's why we run the experiments, you know? Nice. Yes, well, that was quite illuminating. I hope you all have enjoyed the experiment. Most interesting about some of the void cancers. Any other questions?
Can we go now?
Yes, I think we can.
Oh, thank God. All right, my time has come. It's time for the Bloodbear's Inquisition.
Who's carrying Zalara's spell deck?
Pharisee, I think, has it now.
Pharisee, you notice across the room you were watching or you were bored, or you saw a bit of a flash from Zalara's silver glass scrying tool that is just sitting on a shelf on the other side of the room.
Oh yeah.
For a brief moment, Pharisee, with your perception check, and I'm going to nab Wither King's fortune point. You saw for a brief moment the image of a mantis, like a praying mantis. And then when you were flying over, you also saw the image of a tiger as you caught glimpses of things.
The orb has powers. I will need to stare into it for a time. Will we return here tonight?
I believe that's up to Thurgus. He's calling the shots today, after all.
Yes, that's right. I'm calling the shots, and we're leaving right now. I don't care if there's a rock that's glowing. I don't care if there's a circle on the ground. I don't care if Zephyros has to take a 2-hour shit. We're leaving, and that's that. So who's coming with me?
We're all behind you. Let's go.
Great.
Sure.
Zephyros, where are you at?
Yeah, you go and run and check on Zephyros. Zephyros looks like he's doing some crafting. He's like trying to set gems into one of his metamagic rods. I'm busy.
Yeah, alright, fine. And I leave.
Okay.
I don't have time for this. He says he's busy. We're leaving.
Professor, do you have a teleport?
Oh, let's see. Teleport. Do we have a teleport?
Is the point of that quiet time that you have at the beginning of the day?
Sorry, the memory's not what it used to be. Teleport. Of course we do. We're always prepared. We're a wizard. Yes, teleport. Shall we be going?
Yes!
Sarcastic.
All right. Familiars
I'll
count.
bring us back, Professor. I have a teleport to get us back.
Go and do. Why did you just cast it? What the fuck?
Familiars.
I wanted to get back.
Familiars count as their masters do if they tag along. So you guys can bring 3 people at your level.
Let's do it.
Are you bringing Makarnam?
Oh, if there's room, for sure.
Okay, Makarnam crawls onto Thurgus's back because he's strong enough to hold him.
Be back tonight, Zalara. We will see what can be seen.
Your back is a little smaller than Zephyrus's, but okay, I'll just sit on this shoulder.
Oh, I'll sit on this
Thanks,
one.
Makarnam. Fucking rub it in, will you?
Yeah, you're envious how big he is?
God fucking damn it.
Okay.
One day.
Maybe you should eat more.
That's what I keep saying. I hate this fucking day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you seem a little flustered.
Alright, I'm going to go over to the conversation layer. First, I guess, give me a percentile as you're going to teleport to the alley across the Iron Pine residence.
Here we go. Don't mess up. 64.
I believe you teleport on target. You've been to this alley several times before. You've been using it as one of the places where you meet. You do see a robed Buchrabech squatting in the alley.
Are we expecting more, or is it just the 4 of you?
5 of you, he says. He sees Makarnam.
It's just us. Quick, tell us about the thing that's all bad. Then you give us a task, and then it leads us to some alchemists, and then I'll kill some fucking people today.
Is that what we're doing?
Oh my god. Buchrabech, I swear to fucking god, if you give me some sort of trading diplomatic mission, I will kill myself in this alley.
I don't do that. Grand Station might be dying, and we don't want its hero to die as well. Grand Station's dying. Strike that. Grand Station is being murdered.
Murder. Okay, you got my attention.
Killed by our queen. The evidence that we uncovered that links her to the plague is damning enough. But you weren't there for her most recent display at her address. The leader of the Sovereign Guard is dead. She has more control now than ever.
The Sovereign Guard, that was not Cressinda, was it?
No, Cressinda is not like herself. She has been relegated to... She maintains her rank, but it's really the Grey Maidens that are calling the shots. She is very suspicious of being watched. She thinks that it would not be wise for us to see her in person. I have managed to do so under the pretense of being her cleric. What is more concerned is that the Queen has wrapped herself in some foul magic of the highest order. The leader of the Sovereign Guard, of the Patriarch Guard, he attempted to kill the Queen.
She
Well,
survived an assassination attempt?
with a deadly bolt that did aim through. Necromantic magics upon the bolt itself. It bounced off of her, as if she was wearing some sort of armor under her skin. She then reached out and snapped the poor old man's neck. There is much power behind this woman.
Indeed. She is backed by a powerful patron.
Cressinda received a missive from one Vencarlo Orisini.
Yes.
It is the first that she has heard of him since Queen Iliosa cut off certain parts of the city. The Grey Maidens have been slowly choking the city and the movement of goods and people. Vencarlo mentioned something of discovering something of great importance about our queen. He mentioned something about dark magics and a pact with a devil. I was going to go and check upon him when we found his entire academy burning. With him nowhere in sight.
Is crafty. Perhaps he's escaped.
Yes. If Queen Iliosa has entered into some infernal pact, we must tread carefully. Vencarlo, apparently, in his missive, asked for you. The Jerks Emeritus. Apparently we've made quite an impression.
We are quite helpful. We're known for that.
Excellent.
The missive asked for you to visit his home in Old Station.
Is that different from the academy?
Yes. Do you remember where Thurgus' temple was? Not Thurgus, sorry. Son's temple.
Yes, Son's temple.
Yes, it is in Old it is in Old Station. It is under quarantine still. Perhaps the Queen wants to keep that area of town safe. Many old nobles live there.
Yes.
Oh, I suppose we'll need to be traveling by carriage then, shall we?
She wants you to find Vencarlo and get him out of Grand Station.
Excellent.
Cressinda Kroft, as Field Marshal, thinks that as long as she does what she's told, she'll be able to remain in our enemy's camp.
Good.
Vencarlo should be brought to places that we are more familiar with, that you're more familiar with.
Excellent. We have a place. And we haven't been seen for a time.
Yes.
I'll take my pearl back if you don't mind.
Ah, here you go.
I assume you've cured many people of plague.
Yes, the great churches of Grand Station are working hard to stamp out the last pockets of the blood veil. It is dirty work, very sad work, but necessary.
Yes.
Cressinda has, and he hands over a big pouch. There's jingling potions inside. For your journey, for finding Vencarlo.
Excellent.
There are 4 potions of cure serious wounds, 3 potions of lesser restoration, and a wand of invisibility with 10 charges. Also, a wand of cure moderate wounds with 30 charges.
How many potions of lesser restoration?
3.
4? 3.
If you want me to come with you, I can, or I can try to find a way outside of Grand Station. I've heard that there are much smaller trains that do venture out of the station itself.
Look for that.
Yes.
And remember, we have a control rod for the Grand Station portal.
Yes, yes. We might need a control rod for the other end.
I suspect so. Perhaps we could steal one. Perhaps we could steal a train.
Yes. I will go and investigate this. I will use my new position within the resplendent Mandira of Bamba. I am sure that we can grease the wheels to get ourselves some.
Well, it seems we need to be traveling a bit, though, to catch up with, what was this fellow's name again?
Vencarlo, were you not listening?
Sorry, it's been a long day, summoning demons, you know how it is. I used a dimensional anchor today, Buchrabech. You'll be proud of that.
I'm sure Vencarlo will have more, and he puts his hand on the professor, I'm sure Vencarlo will have more information about what specific pact the Queen has made.
Yeah.
Good.
Remember, he was asking for you.
Well, yes. It seems our name is getting about town.
Be careful. If he knows about the Queen might very well know that he knows. Which might be the reason why his school burned down.
That makes sense.
Why he's gone missing.
It is a dangerous thing to know the Queen is in league with devils. It would be interesting should that information become common knowledge in the slough.
Everyone has their gripe against the Queen. What those powerful people of Grand Station need to know is if she is under the spell of some other power. What we need to know, if we are to confront her, what exactly it is.
Buchrabech, now you've traveled with us long enough. I think we're all safe to assume she's in the thrall of Baba Yaga. Would anyone disagree? I should not say her name aloud, though.
Perhaps not.
Yes, but point taken. You've done well today, Buchrabech. Thank you.
I'm sure you have no problem breaking the quarantine in Old Station. This will fly over, teleport.
Yes.
Dimensionally
we'll
hop.
Find an easy way. Yes.
Perhaps best keeping it small. A group like yours is much more sneaky.
Yes.
Yes, in the spirit of that, in the bag of things Buchrabech handed over to us, Thurgus, can you make use of this if you hold on to it? I'll pull out the invisibility wand and offer it up to Thurgus.
Yeah, sure.
Will this work? My dear boy, if not, I'll hold on to it and cast it upon you, but...
No, I can totally do it.
Invisibility is an Inquisitor spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, you can go invisible? Okay,
It's one of my spells known, I think, actually.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh, shit. Well,
Nice.
I guess I don't know that as a professor.
It's fine.
The city is being choked. There needs to be an end to it.
It's not winter yet. It's still the last days of autumn.
It is actually the first day of winter.
Well,
Well then. No one gets to it all, Buchrabech. Come on now. I'll say is like cast conjure carriage so we can ride to the edge of Old Station.
Yeah, what did I just say?
This big carriage appears.
I think he wants us to be inconspicuous and like teleport there or something.
We'll have to get to the quarantine line, then we can sneak around the back. But I'm not going to walk there. It's the city, by God.
Just teleport us.
Just teleport us. Oh, I'm sorry, Thurgus. Will you be teleporting us today?
No.
I have a teleportation.
Fair say, you notice that there is some dents around the doorknob and lock to the Goathorn Smithy. Like significant like dent marks.
It looks like someone's tried to break into our old place. Thurgus, would you like to root them out and kill them?
Oh my god, thank fuck. And I just go over there and I bust open the door.
Okay, the door is locked.
Do we have a key or am I using my key?
I would assume we'd have one. We've been here several times.
Yeah,
Probably
you guys have a
Zephyros.
Goathorn Smithy key. We'll say that you have one and Zephyros has one because you guys did make trips here to grab the Smithy.
Okay. I like fumble around in my backpack and like, where the fuck is this key?
The key. You have a hard time forcing it into the lock. The lock's been
Gah!
the lock's been tampered with.
I attack it.
I'll stay back about
Okay,
20 feet from
So
this.
you're attacking the lock with your greatsword.
Yeah.
Yeah, you smite the lock open. Yeah, the door is just kind of rent and it gets bashed in. You couple kicks and the door is down. Just it's not lit and you can see most of the things gone.
Can I make a survival check to see if there were footprints or
Yeah,
something?
so
that
I'm gonna
moved
move
through?
your characters over to I think it's Pearl Cantina and Iron Pine Residence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thurgus is here, and he just busted open the door. Yeah, give me a survival, Thurgus. And you can see in the dark.
I can cast. I'll cast light on myself. I have low light vision, but I'll just light myself up. Would this be counting as tracking?
Yes.
33.
You notice that somebody has swept, like has actually like taken a broom to the place. Neither you nor Zephyros did this.
We
And
had someone break in and clean the place.
from this distance, light, you notice that there are some weird red flecks of like some sort of shiny sand along the countertop.
I'll go up to it and inspect it.
Okay.
Oh, we better keep an eye on him. I'll walk up to at least the doorway and kind of patiently wait outside. So
All right, Thurgus, do you have
Same here.
do you have any way of detecting traps before stepping on them?
Before stepping on them, only his perception.
Okay. So, yeah, you had walked into the room and you... Oh, shit, that's not good. There, you triggered something, and there are a bunch of, like, red runes that begin to trace along the ground, kind of radiating out in a big pattern. And you have a split second before the entire place erupts in fire.
Okay. Do I get a reflex save?
Yeah, give me a second. You should prepare it.
Oh no!
This has been the Thurgus School of Disarming Traps.
With my face!
Okay, it does 56 fire damage to to basically the entire shop.
Okay.
That would have
I got a 22 on my reflex save.
Okay, and the DC of this trap is 22. So you take 28 fire damage.
Okay. I have resist 10 from the bracers, so we'll call that 18.
Yep. It also looks like there are some pots and things that were placed along the sides that have not reacted well to the fire. It looks like there's strategically placed alchemy pots that are now like busting of their own. None of them are close enough to where you are,
Sure.
but the walls and the countertops and the place is basically turned into into an inferno.
Okay. Are we in rounds, or...
WP Zeta, Ahaz, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the raid and thanks for the follow. Let us know if you have any questions. The party is returning home to a place that was once their base, only to find that it has been trapped. No, we're not. We can go round by round. Like, there's an inferno going on around you. Somebody has basically trapped this place, and they seem to be willing to burn this place and perhaps even the adjacent building of the Iron Pine residence ablaze.
Yeah, I'm gonna run around the building and look for clues while on fire.
Okay. Well, some of the clues, some of the things that aren't immediately burning up seems to be this reddish sand. Like, it's very reflective. Now that you've set off the trap, it does look like that the glyph that you had walked over that immediately caused all the flames might have been made from some of that material, and they were like actually working on the countertop. You might be able to grab a little bit of it, just a trace amount, and get out of there before the whole thing, before the whole place becomes...
I'll grab like a fistful and run out the building.
Okay, it's more like wiping your hand across a dusty
Sure.
table. You've got a bunch of sparkles in your hand. You go running out of the fiery building. Professor, you hit the deck along with Pharisee as this gout of magical flame comes out the door. Just this horrible waft of blackened smoke. You don't see Thurgus anymore. Oh no, there he is. He comes, sort of smoking still in tufts. A little bit of his brown fur turned black, and he seems to be holding out his hand, and his hand is glittery. Like
Professor, I have one very important question for you. Is this alchemical?
Oh, yeah. I will study it for a moment and do an alchemy check.
Buchrabech's like, ha ha! Ah! As he's looking up at the building that's burning. Pharisee, what are you doing while the professor and Thurgus are examining glitter?
I'll fly up to the top of the Iron Pine residence and just kind of create water along the edge. See if I can keep it from... I mean, Iron Pine is strong stuff.
It is strong stuff.
So
all right, so you begin to play
it'll survive it.
Firefighter. Do you have anything more powerful than create water, or is it just create water?
It's just create water. Yeah, I didn't prepare for firefighting.
It's 40 gallons every 6 seconds.
Yeah, it is significant. But I was thinking there are spells like Quench or other things that will just like instantaneously do this.
Fair.
Thurgus, Henry, give me your spellcraft check.
Oh, spellcraft?
Yeah.
Or the alchemy check?
Oh, you could do a craft alchemy if you want.
40?
Yeah, the powerful vehicle likely for the major part of this glyph was powdered ruby.
I got an 8. Is it alchemist fire?
Yes, because you want it to be.
Oh, knew it.
I will start launching into some complicated explanation. I assume Thurgus goes just like, yeah, it's
It was alchemist. I fucking knew it. Screw that, whatever, dude. Sorry, Buchrabech. I got shit to do.
All right, so Pharisee and Buchrabech begin to play firefighter as people in the surrounding neighborhood, now that the blood veil has somewhat subsided, they've returned to not quite normal activity, but they're starting to either get bored or a little bit more brave, and there are some people showing up to try to help. The 40 gallons of water that you guys summon per casting totally outstrips any bucket brigade that gets set up for this place. They do know that you live here, and you are the Jerks Emeritus heroes of this neighborhood. I'm going to say that if you guys stay here to fight fire with your spells, you keep the Goathorn Smithy fire from passing on to the Iron Pine residents.
I want to shake the first peasant who comes up to us to try and help, and I just want to like grab him by like the shirt and shake him. Who was here? Did you see him? Do you know who it was? Was it you?
I don't know. Well, okay, all right. Let's see. 1 in 1,000 chance. We'll say 100. They live in the neighborhood. If I roll a 1 or 100, it'd be 2 and 100. They know something. Nope. They are completely clueless, and you make some peasant drop
It's
a load.
a 35 to intimidate.
Yeah, he thinks that he's being blamed for it. And,
was it you?
Stop accosting that civilian, Thurgus. Clearly it was...
God, they're trying to kill me, Professor. Why don't you people listen to me?
I do not know. I do not know.
And then as I see them casting Create Water and like
Thurgus-
trying to put out the fire, oh, I guess I could do that too. Blah blah blah. Water.
Thurgus,
Water.
while you were having your little fit and raging and stomping around, just as you put this guy down, you looked back towards the alley where you guys teleported, and you saw the telltale sign of an invisible creature in that alley. There was also a wink from the little wink of magic from the invisible creature. You give me a spellcraft.
You saw that, Thurgus?
Thurgus with his 49 perception check.
What?
Apparently, when he gets mad, he gets very.
I got a 7 on my spellcraft check.
Okay, Thurgus, there's somebody invisible in that alleyway. What are you
I
doing?
cast See Invisibility and I run that way.
Okay, Thurgus pulls out his adamantine sword and is now running back into the alley where you guys are. The fire brigade people have stopped helping, and they're scattering from the angry Ursine. Makranam is on your back still, I guess. And
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, what's going on, Thurgus?
I saw him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I don't know what it was, but it's dead to me.
You end up destroying a crate and a barrel with your wicked swings. There's nothing here.
Oh,
Gah!
have you found some boxes to kill to satisfy the blood bear's lust?
Gah!
Yes.
He rages in frustration, and also partially because he knows he's being condescended to.
You show those boxes?
Buchrabech comes over.
Oh, why'd you kill that box? I mean, it was not a very nice box, but why'd you kill it?
I swear to God I saw it. It was a little thing, and it went poof, and it disappeared. And I was almost positive it was invisible. But I don't see anything.
You need to calm down, Thurgus. Think for a moment.
Wait.
Think.
Wait. Pixel, describe the little creature that you saw. The quasim.
Which creature?
The
quasit?
one by the throne.
He was little. He had little slits for eyes, and he was kind of cherubish.
With See Invisibility and Detect Magic, would I be able to get any trace or lingering auras?
Detect magic, you do get a lingering aura. Give me a spellcraft check.
Little and invincible.
It's literally just me here. 18. My terrible spellcraft.
I believe it's a lingering conjuration spell.
Some manner of teleportation, I suppose.
It makes sense. Whatever was there is no longer there. Pixel is now describing something imp-like that she saw near the throne.
It's a servant of the queen. If we're going to places where, look around. Do you see any others? If we're going to places that we've been before, we may be observed, and it might behoove us to do so a bit more stealthily.
Do you see any markings, any tracks that are not ours?
Can I try and make a survival check?
Sure. You do see footprints that are from you guys using this as your teleport spot.
36 for track.
Okay, there are
I
weirds
suppose that could be the lingering aura too.
off of one of the roofs that leads into the alleyway, kind of like a like a set of fire stairs, like a fire escape. You catch some what look like somebody leaving behind little bits of cobwebs with their footfalls. And the cobwebs kind of go off the side of the steps, like they didn't walk all the way down these little thin steps. They went off the side. You catch a little bit of cobweb near some of the boxes, and you also see a set of medium-sized footprints. They are not yours because I don't think any of you wrap your feet. Like these are foot wraps that separate the big toe from the rest of the toes.
Mm-hmm.
I pointed out to the group, and I point out the cobwebs. You see here in this bit, that's not dust. That's something kind of fresh.
And then the footprints ever so there with the sheen of the wetness in the alleyway. You can see right where you thought you saw the invisible creature, and right where the flash was. They just look like they were just standing in the alley watching you guys fight fire.
What happened to the powdered ruby that Thurgus had in his hand?
I'm assuming you've got your handkerchief full of, like, with a wipe of it. There's still some glitter, a tiny bit of glitter on Thurgus's hand, but you've got a sample of it if you want.
Could I pick up a small amount of it and hold it in my hand?
You try to do a psychometry?
Yeah, I want to see if I can get a reading off of it. Is it enough?
Let's go into a building here for this.
Oh, yes.
Into the apartments that are kind of across the street here.
Okay, the ones where you used to live?
Yeah.
Okay, so you end up in the hall. You end up in the hallway of Pharisay's old apartment building, and you're kind of like under the stairs, like a bunch of street kids.
Actually, I used to live in this, and Forward paid a bunch of months' rent on the attic.
Yeah, your old apartment's also across the street from the Iron Pine as well.
It was in the same building as this Pharisee. I should still have a key. I paid the rent forward. Can we?
But the Archminos paid it a visit, so it's likely trapped.
True. Let's be quick about this then. I will study the dust in my hand and do a psychometry check on it.
Okay. Underneath the stairwell in Pharisay's old apartment building seems to be safe. No traps of fire go off while there. And then you begin to use your psychometry to read from the red dust.
Yes, I'll close my eyes and fall into the psychometric trance as I begin to pool memories from this thing. And I get the 15 appraise check and beat it by 110, so I should be able to pull 2 little tidbits off this thing about the previous owner. 2 memories.
Okay. You and your psychometry. Just give me a second. I need to look something up.
You left evidence, Marty. That's on you.
Yeah.
Ask the professor to investigate this mystery. I mean, he's gonna do it. We know it's got some kind of like spider climb going on. It was invisible and has teleport.
Or at least dimension storm.
Yeah, which would be the highest level spell I think we've seen.
Yeah. At least 4th circle magic in play here.
It may have also been most likely the one who set the trap. So,
All right. You learn. There is a fortune point being used. You can add 2 to this. The DC is 15. You know what? I'll give an extra piece of information for that fortune point. So let's say you got a 35. You beat it by 20. So you get 3 pieces of information. This trap was a greater glyph that had the spell Firestorm inside of it.
And Thurgus tanked it like a boss. That's your free information.
and it hurt a lot.
Not at all.
Firestorm's a big gun.
Firestorm is an 8th circle divine spell.
I've never even. This is the first time I've ever even seen that spell cast in D&D.
I hardly even saw it at all.
I think we have a scroll of it.
I think we do. Yeah, we've never been able to use it. It's just sat around.
Yeah.
The second piece of information is you catch a glimpse of the caster. The one who placed the Firestorm inside of it, and Henry, you're very confused by what you see. How am I going to do this? It's just a glimpse. So I'm going to find a token somewhere. Where did I put that? You ready? I'm going to put the token down beside the Iron Pine residence, but then I'm
in the Iron Pine, first or second floor?
Oh no, just beside where you guys are on that map.
Okay. I'm ready for my glimpse.
Quick, swap to the stream and hit pause.
Yeah, right. But you'll never see this coming. Some sort of red mantis woman, I think. I couldn't tell if it was green or not.
And the last piece of information you get, because of the fortune point that was being spent, is you know the name of the deity that was called out to place the spell that was there.
Ooh.
And it's simply known in colloquial terms as the Mantis God.
Interesting. Oh, I would love to get Tech back to talk to him about this, but...
Oh, I do miss him so. Oh, he would have loved him, Thurgus.
Did he kill lots of people?
Oh, the
my
most people. He had 4 arms and 4 swords. Oh,
That sounds amazing.
yeah,
He was
true.
an assassin, though. Not a silent killer. More of a jump into the fray kind of fellow.
Like me.
Oh, you were 2 peas in a pod.
Okay? So you put your glove back on and, you can keep a tiny sample of the red dust if you want. It's worth a few dollars if you wanted to sell it, but...
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to sell it. We may just keep it around for evidence, but yeah, I'll throw it on my character sheet. Wait, you said it was ruby dust?
Yep. It's just a component for creating a trap.
Marty, what were the 2 wands, by the way? I don't think I...
The wand of invisibility, 10 charges, caster level 3, and the wand of cure moderate wounds, caster level 3, 30 charges.
Cure moderate, 30. Okay.
Cool.
Well, Thurgus, I don't believe we found anyone for you to kill. Almost yourself there, but that hardly counts.
Oh, I wasn't almost dead.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Anyone else not wearing armor as yours and may have died to that. Someone tried to kill us.
They failed miserably.
Oh, but that box really got it.
Yes, I'm afraid the house is a bit of a loss.
Oh, what do you mean? We saved it.
This is Pixel.
We saved it from the fire, because all the good
Not the-
memories we had there.
Not the one next to it, though.
Oh, good thing we moved the smithy.
Yes, indeed.
Why would someone want to kill us like that? Fire's the tool of summer.
It is. Do you think summer and winter are teaming up against us?
That would be most unfortunate.
Indeed it would. Well, autumn is powerful enough, I think, to win in the end. Let's start thinking about how to get to some place where we can get some help. And maybe let's not talk much out in the open, since there are spies about.
Prying eyes about, yes.
Shall we adjourn to the carriage and start our arduous trek to the quarantine zone?
Sure. Well, I don't think we should be going up the lift. Pretty much all of the standard checkpoints are going to be controlled by our enemies.
Perhaps you could do without the carriage this time.
If we could simply take the carriage to a jumping off point, I would be most happy to. I don't have teleports all day long, certainly you must realize.
Where and when should we meet again?
Oh, tomorrow, shall we try again tomorrow with more teleports?
You have got to be fucking kidding me. You cast one fucking spell and you're done for the day.
I cast a second spell. There is a perfectly good carriage waiting, but no one wants to be bothered with the fineries of aristocratic travel.
Where would I meet you tomorrow? At the cantina, or do you want to meet somewhere more secret?
The cantina. Yes.
All right, I
The
will go.
booth.
I will go there tomorrow around noon, if that is okay with you, Professor.
Oh, yes, it's up to me now. Suddenly the teleports gives me a say in these matters.
I'll teleport us to the place of dreaming.
Ah, say hello to Son for me.
Yes, well.
We'll go back to the Iron Pine, or we'll go back to our residence
Right,
tomorrow.
and I will have a good look to see if I can find out about trains.
Excellent.
May commerce be with you, he says.
And he casts a
And
spell
also with you.
and disappears. Dimension dooring away
I'll
because
hold out my hands. Would you like to find this Orisini fellow?
Yes, please.
Ah. And Professor, tap in if you will.
Yes, of course. Off we go.
I'll go to the place of dreaming.
Nice. You arrive
Okay.
on target. Let's go to. Where is this? This is. You've broken the quarantine. You are in the Halls of Somnolence.
That's what teleports are for.
Just in the.
I thought about taking 2 today, but then I decided not to.
Where do you want to appear in the halls?
Oh, let's see. Let's appear just outside the North Tower Observatory. So, right out here in the courtyard. Yeah.
Okay.
So not directly at the gate where people might see us, where there will be guards, but someplace where people notice and we'll get to have a conversation quickly. We're not trying to hide from these people.
Shuffling out from the antechamber in the main observatory tower, noticing that you guys are here. Oh man, I didn't even see you come in through the gate. Whoa, it's Uncle Zong.
We came through other pathways, Uncle Zong.
Other pathways, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this guy stoned?
We
Why aren't you?
Well, we have some things to do. I've been growing my own.
Macronom.
Oh,
Old buddy, tell me you've been dreaming your weird dreams. Every night, I guess. I don't remember them all, but hey, is San here? No, San's out on a quest.
Pharisee, are you fucking with me right now?
I mean, he's here, but he's not. He's learning. He's learning how to reach out there. Don't worry. We'll have a communal dream sometime soon.
This is a place where we can travel beyond our physical forms.
Yeah.
An interesting place. They keep at bay the forces that would invade our dreams.
Patriarch Vladamir is just taking a nap if you want me to wake him up.
Well, we do have some questions about the neighborhood, and I imagine you keep an eye on it. We're looking to meet someone, and we're looking to avoid certain people that would do us all harm.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. You gonna try to find them through their dreams?
No, I think we'll probably go in person.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's a thought.
Well, that's too bad. We don't get many visitors these days. Things have been kinda, a little bit iffy with that plague and all that. Remember, undead don't dream. At least not the kind of dreams that you want to dream.
Of course. You've looked outside your walls, though. You know what's going on nearby.
Something going on out
No.
there?
I don't know. That's why we came to ask you, man.
Well, people have stopped dying as much. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, yes.
I think that plague is
played
passing.
a large role in that.
I think that plague's passing us by.
It is. It is. In fact, we could trade information. We know a great deal about how the plague came to be.
Oh, this sounds like stuff. This sounds like it's really heavy. Let's go talk to Vladimir. He'll want to hear this stuff.
Yes. Good.
Come on in. Grab a cookie on your way up. You can see there's a fresh sheet of cookies. They look granola-y and oaty, like really
I will
crunchy.
gladly eat one.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Freshly baked.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take one, and I'll wait about 5 minutes after the professor eats one before I
Professor,
eat one.
You should wait like half an hour.
Are you immune to poison in any way, shape, or form, Professor?
That's a good question. I have some kind of plague thing, but poison? No, I'm not.
Did we
Okay.
have a hero's feast this morning?
They're like oatmeal cookies with a bit of rosemary and then something
Something a little extra.
a little extra.
Oh, are these cookies for eating or for keeping?
I'm eating, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yes.
Muckernum grabs one, and then when no one's looking, another little tendril comes out and grabs two, and like the Cookie Monster, he eats both of them. All right, you go up to the observatory, and lounging on a divan for his size is a 18-foot tall, statuesque giant. Uncle Zong goes up to the giant and whispers in his ear. He wakes up. Sorry to wake you, Vlad. Friends are here. They want to trade information. Come on in. Make yourselves comfortable, he says. He in his lounging position, reaches over to a really big urn and then kind of splashes some wine into a collection of decanters of all sizes. He splashes some of the wine on the ground. He doesn't seem to bother. He picks up one of the larger decanters and drinks or sips from it.
I'll take a small one and sip just a bit.
You'll have to forgive. My grandson, Son, is progressing as a priest. He is undergoing a trial at the moment.
Good for him. Good for him. Staying safe from the plague, I hope. We bring news of the plague. We can tell you of its origins and its demise. And we have some questions about the neighborhood. We're looking for someone, and we're looking to meet them safely.
I heard a tolling of a bell.
Oh, yes. Yes. The bell cannot be unrung, but the ringer is gone. Destroyed. A daughter of the Archfey, and a worshipper of Hecate.
Yes, she had the unfortunate fate as to have dined on the flesh of the dead old goddess. Really did wonders for her mind, I'm afraid.
The
The
giant
bell remains, though.
the giant is now looking at Thurgus.
I stare back at him. I just like a mad dog him,
Yeah.
but like a bear.
You haven't met Thurgus, have you? Or have you? Have you seen him in dreams, perhaps?
I just do one of
For
those like
those of
head
his kind?
noddings.
Yep.
So,
You're from the Beastlands.
Yeah, and you're really big. What of it?
Your people are new. Their dreams are very vivid, as God's blood pumps through your veins in quantities not seen since the time of the inheritance.
Okay. That kind of goes over Thurgus' head.
you'll have to excuse our new friend Thurgus here. He's not the conversationalist, but he is very interested in hitting something, if you have anything on hand.
He smiles.
Well, some
He
specific
gives you a
things.
look like you could try.
I have had the worst fucking autumn. Let me just put it that way.
Our friend
So
here,
relaxing.
as you can see, is a bit of cabin sickness, what with the old quarantine and all. I don't suppose you could help us, point us in the direction of, what was the gentleman's name, Pharisee?
Vencarlo Orisini. I believe he has a residence here.
Yes,
But we think he's in danger and perhaps being observed.
yes, we're going to do a bit of a wellness check. Any help you could
Yes.
lend there?
Vencarlo Orisini, the swordsman, the one who lives just down there, and he kind
Yes.
of points. Like this building is sort of hovering like above a little bit of a cliff. Like you could actually look down upon the training grounds of the Orisini.
Oh, yes. Well, he does his business there, but he's said to have a residence nearby you on this level.
I think that place burned down.
Oh, recently?
Well, yeah, look at it, says Uncle Song.
Yes, but in your neighborhood, the old city.
You're saying he is missing?
Yes, I believe the
He's not
train.
down there. That place burned down, right?
Yes, we're trying to find his residence. It's separate from the academy, or perhaps it is secret from it.
Okay, Uncle Song. Yeah, I think I know where the place is. Yeah.
Ah, did you hear that, Thurgus? A lead.
Would you like to know more of what we learned of the Blood Veil?
Yes. I would like to know more about what the bell was.
Well, it's nice to want things. Where's this house?
Oh, yeah, you go down the street. He's giving you an address. I think it's the 3rd or 4th. You'll see a V in his front door, because, Vencarlo.
Great. Professor, what's that range on the telepathy thing?
Or was that a no?
I haven't checked, but it should be.
Well, I'll help you test it, and I leave.
I'll sit down with Vladimir
Okay.
and talk to him about the bell.
Well,
It came from an Olympian temple that we could see through a tiny hole in the bell itself, the remains of this temple sunken in a swamp that presumably the bell came out of. It seems to have symbols of Hecate. It's probably made from old holy symbols of Hecate, perhaps.
Perhaps this could be of some benefit. I will, let me see, find a silent image, and I will cast an illusion of this bell as clear to my recollection as I can. If Pharisee, I think there's maybe a little bit of telepathy still going. If Pharisee has any memories, maybe she feeds him in there to make
Sure.
it more convincing.
When it rang, something came through. I think it was Lady Andazen herself, perhaps. Well, certainly she was the one that we saw and defeated there. The bell resurrected her in a ghoulish form as well, after her initial unfortunate accident where she lost her mind and was beaten to death.
You have progressed as an illusionist. Fuel for dreams, he says.
Oh, if only you knew the dreams these days.
This is a relic from the Titanomachy, the great battle between a race of gods and the Titans, when the Titans won.
Yes, okay.
What is
Certainly
it?
bits were taken and embedded in coins to curse the coins to spread the plague.
This race of gods was very unscrupulous. There are not many remnants of the Olympians left.
The Titans wiped them out?
Perhaps. The Titans are
Long
worshipped.
ago.
The Titans are worshipped and they are not. But, ever since
Well,
the
there you
tolling of this bell, beyond the immediate dreaming realms of those who sleep lightly, into the deep communal dreaming, there are light and dark places within the dreams. Ever since the tolling of that bell, both the light and the dark of the dreaming realm have stirred. And it is not small dreamers that have stirred. Many, many big dreamers that have been lying somnolent for some time have begun to stir. The last time they stirred, great things happened in the pearls. Great happenings
things.
Tell me, Vladimir, I've heard rumors that there is one who slumbers but does not dream somewhere out there in the vastness of the abyss. Surely he has not awoken with these stirrings?
Which creatures?
We should not speak of such creatures' names openly. I found that saying their names, touching their stones of unhallowed ground.
You should not delve into such things, if it is what I think you're making reference to.
But please, if you would humor an old man, they
No.
are awake, are they not? I fear I've heard them in my own dreams.
I highly doubt that you've heard of creatures such power. Things on the outside rarely come in.
Yes, you're probably right. Certainly I would not have heard of such things.
You should train with Son to master your own thoughts and dreams before thinking of the communal dream and things that threaten it.
Yes, sorry, they are but the musings of an old man, fleeting as a flame on a candle, wax spilled on a table.
He raises an eyebrow at your explanation. He does not look pleased.
At any rate, the plague doctors seem to be in league with the alchemists from the Tower of Alchemy, experimenting on people like Thurgus here, and have killed his friends.
There.
So
Thurgus
he is
there.
Yeah, Thurgus is already like... Zong has gone
in
with
great
you.
need of vengeance.
His people are special. It is the very reason why I sent Son to the Beastlands to collect a bear as his companion.
Ah, yes.
Because
Good.
something happened not too long ago in the cosmic... not too long ago, relative to the pearls, a visit, a crash, an awakening, as something that was sleeping hurtled towards this place, and it awoke, not as a single entity, but it awoke as a race of people. I have studied the dreams of the bear and only gotten so far. I would be very interested in
Bloody dreams, I'm sure.
in visiting the dreams of your friend Thurgus, potent as they must be, for I think the thing that awoken, the thing that raised his race, like the inherited races from long ago, was a deity. But strange, it was no deity that was called out in this realm. I have not heard this deity's name until that day of the crash, or at least...
How interesting.
It
It raised up its own followers.
Yes, which means one thing. It came from somewhere else.
So there is a way to go beyond.
That is what I have been trying to do. He waves his hands at a bunch of dust-collected ocular devices.
Well, you have an ally in Autumn. Autumn knows not to stay where winter is soon to tread.
You should be warned. I did sense the foul dreams of this creature near the bell, but there is another that grows even more foul. It is both a dreamer that is young and old, very angry. Their dreams are entwined, and they torture one another, and they grow at the heart of Grand Station.
Is it her sister?
I have not gone to such dream. Such a thing would be very dangerous. No.
You know who they are daughters of, though.
He looks at you. He doesn't seem to be following your information.
No, you're not aware? Surely we should not speak her name aloud in this place.
Perhaps not.
Oh,
At
which
any
one?
rate, it's enough to say that the cliffside vampires conspired with the alchemists.
Yaga Baba?
Direction